Today, I'm installing these awesome seats, Recaro SR3 or SRD, and I'm using PCI rails to do it in my Civic Si. Okay, so I thought it was going to be a simple install, but nothing is ever a simple install, right? There's always something else that you need to do. So with these PCI rails, they didn't work exactly like I thought they would. Basically what you do is you take a rail and mount it here, and you mount the slider onto that, and then like you can see over here, I've already done it because it took me forever to figure out. Then you mount the base to it, which is what attaches to the car. And you can see here from the side that here's the rail that you mount to the car, here's the slider with the bar, and here's that rail that was mounted on the seat. Now on the seat you can see that there's washers that I had to get. Otherwise the bolts that hold those on, which look like this, stick up just a little bit, just enough that the rails don't slide smoothly. With those washers, they slide smoothly, everything works great. And you can see them slide easily. I'm just pushing this in here. Okay, maybe it's not that easy to do on the ground, but with one hand. Install these on this side over here and using those washers. Okay, let's get to the install for this other seat. Another thing I did have to get was for the seat belts. I needed to get these bolts, which I don't know if I got the bag for it or not, but they were 7/16 bolts and not a metric bolt at all, which was pretty interesting. These 7/16 bolts fit right on here. Another thing I'll need to do is cut off these tabs. You can see here, and that goes in there for the seat belt, but then this tab is going to get right in the way. I got washers, but I don't want to take off too many threads on the other side. If I put washers, it's going to look like that for a seat belt. So I want that in as much as possible, which means I'll have to cut off this tab right here. Okay, here's where I cut off the tab on the seat belt. Focus. I'm not going to focus on that. Anyway, here's the seat belt. The tab cut off. Cut that off, ground it down. Now we're going to put it here, just like this. And put a washer on that. And yes, I removed the covers right there, and they're just right over here. But they're both kind of cracked a little bit. We'll see what we can do about that. But for right now, I got the seatbelt on. Sad that it's not black, but that's okay. Also, I did have to recenter this and actually change it. So I put it about 1/2 inch into the inside of the car. And that was because on the driver's seat, when you sit in the seat, you're too far to the left. So I want to be more centered on the steering wheel, so move that back over a little bit. Okay, so the seat belt didn't exactly fit. As you can see, the bolt isn't quite centered there, and that's my finger. But more importantly, the seat belt in here is touching, I mean, imagine if there was even carpet there. So that's not going to fit at all. So looks like what I'll need to do is remove some of the washers from inside there, and then just have one washer in between the seat belt and the seat bracket. We'll see how that works. Okay, we're back. I've changed the seat belt, and I took out one washer. So give it a little bit more room. I also had to scoot the seat over on the bracket a little bit this way, just a barely a little bit, so that way the seat would clear on this bolt right here against the seat belt. As you can see, the seat's good. It's not even touching right now, but just barely. If there was carpet there, it'd be pushing down the carpet. Both seats are in, looking great. Super low. Next project is to fix the heater core and get carpet back in. It's just a little loud without carpet, but the suspension is loud without carpet. Okay.